I'm going to tell you a story about how the idea for Love Your Lips was formed. This idea has been years in the making. I have had a long journey of coming home to my own pelvis and vulva and learning how to take responsibility for my own pelvic health. One of the origin points of Love Your Lips and the practices that I will be teaching in this container comes from more than 10 years ago when I was still very sick with Lyme disease and I was being given antibiotics all of the time. I always had yeast infections. I was constantly using over-the-counter yeast creams from the pharmacy, and I was constantly getting burns on my vulva from the over-the-counter yeast creams. At the time, I didn't know that that was what was happening. I thought it was just normal that these yeast creams were giving me vulvodynia and vaginismus because that's what I ended up having. A little PSA here, those over-the-counter yeast creams are absolutely terrible. So moving on, I was in my early 20s and I was in constant discomfort and pain in my vulva and my whole pelvis. I was having symptoms from how congested my pelvis was. I was almost unable to experience any kind of pleasure. My vulva tissues were dry and sucked up and so uncomfortable, so inflamed, constant nerve pain. Even just wearing pants was awful. And I did not want to live that way. And when I stepped away from the medical system to heal Lyme disease in my body, after that, I went, okay, I'm going to step away from this system to heal what's happening in my pelvis and happening in my vulva. And that brought me to self-touch practices that brought me to things like mirror gazing and learning to actually understand my anatomy. It brought me to going deep into many years of study that has just continued. I am currently still in deep study of the pelvis, of the vulva, of the womb, because I decided I'm going to take responsibility for this because nothing else is helping. No pelvic floor PT is helping. No doctor is helping. Nothing I'm seeing online is helping. No exercise is helping. I was trying all the things. And so I brought my hands back to my tissues and learned how to come home to my vulva, come home to my pelvis. And it has been a multi-year process to get to the point where I am at. I had a lot of dysfunction to heal. And I also had a lot of information to learn and resources to seek out. And in Love Your Lips, I am distilling the things I have spent more than 10 years learning and distilling all of that information down into something that I can teach you. You can really just learn the practices to come home to your vulva, to your body here and now. And if you join me this weekend, you can join for only $44 for half off. We start in May.